go.
Hey y'all, welcome back to Triple P and J. As always, don't forget, like, comment, and subscribe. Love the little bell, ding ding. So, yeah. How's everybody?
Good.
Recovering.
Recovering from...
Recovering?
Yes.
Oh, why?
It's 2 nights in a row.
Oh.
See, that's why I didn't do the first night. I was like,
I feel
I'm
wonderful.
Sleep. Well, you've been having
Or off.
today.
You were too.
I was. That's why I feel good too. But
Yeah, I feel like I had sleep, like I slept all day.
We had a little bit of a soiree again last
Say this
night.
shit every week.
Again. And so yeah, Jalisa's recovering and everybody else is feeling really good today. So
And Daniel went out of town, so that's why he's not here today.
Daniel's out of town with the rest of our friends. We did not go because we wanted to be here for y'all. And so yeah. So this week's episode. What?
We wanted to be here for y'all.
We did! I mean, shit, we gotta do a show. So, yeah.
Here we go.
Here we go. We're doing a show. So, this week's episode is, I'm sure a lot of you are familiar. Those of you who aren't, on Reddit, there is a subcategory of Am I the Asshole? Where they tell stories of somewhat complicated situations, and they're wanting to know, were they an asshole for it?
9 times out of 10 they are.
Not all the time. Sometimes,
Sometimes.
not. I mean, it's, and so we've all picked out a few stories that we're gonna read, and we'll kind of have a group discussion and see, is this person the asshole? Do we agree with them? Do we not agree with them? What is the situation? And as always, of course, make a comment. Tell us what you think about them. Are they an asshole, or are we assholes?
Probably.
I mean, there's people out there in the world that don't like us, so it's okay.
Fuck them bitches. We don't like them either.
Right, exactly. So anyway, alright, so we're gonna start with Jalisa. So yeah.
So I picked out 2 stories today.
We'll kind of do like one, then go
Okay,
around.
go around.
Yeah.
Okay, essentially, the first one.
Read the story.
I have to read the whole thing?
Yes.
I can't give like a short break?
No.
We just discussed that.
Damn, this is long.
Reading is fun.
Look, that's why I was scared. I was like, oh, this leads with
Because we have to know
education.
all the details of the situation. We can't just have your perspective of it. We have to have all the details of
It's
the
not my perspective. This is a story like broken down.
But yeah, but yours is, read the thing.
We're in a bad situation. My husband's brother Jack and his wife Linda passed away in a car accident and left behind 2 kids. One 14-year-old female and an 11-year-old male. My in-laws are devastated, as are the kids' other grandparents, but since they're all living in assisted living, they can't take in the kids. They want the kids to stay in the family, so they want the kids to either go to one of Jack's siblings, Sam, his sister, or Linda's brother George. They're currently staying with George. His wife only took them in because she thought it would be temporary. Money is tight for them, and she recently told him that she'd leave him if it turns.
Oh my God.
If it turns out he tricked her to taking the kids permanently. Now George wants out. Sam's sister lives lives with roommates in New York, and so does Amy. Amy told the grandparents that Sam and I will, without asking us first. All 5 people have called Sam at some point to tell him it's the right thing to do, but we really can't. Our house only has 3 bedrooms and we have 3 kids. We cannot afford a bigger one and there's no basement. Amy says we're the only ones who can take in the kids because she and her husband are child free and don't know how to take care of kids.
Whoa, no, read, go ahead.
And if we don't, we'll likely be responsible for her brother's divorce. She says since both me and my husband work, we have the extra income and we already have 3 kids, so what's 2 more? The income part is not true. We're tight on money too. Also, Linda's sister is married to a Big 4 consultant who makes more than both Sam and I combined, so I don't understand why she can't take the kids and learn to parent. She just says she and her husband travel a lot. He travels for work, but she likes to tag along. Last night, my in-laws called again to beg us to take the kids. Sam is thinking about giving in, but I told him no. I'm already working longer hours just to make sure our kids have a college fund. Also, I don't work all those all-nighters just so my kids can either not go to college or take out huge debts. I said I still think Linda's sister should have to give up her traveling with her husband before we make our kids cram into the same room and spend their college funds on their cousins. Sam said we should ask the kids to see if they're okay with it, which really pissed me off.
Yeah.
I'm not passing the guilt to my kids, so my flighty woman can vacation with her husband while everybody else struggles to make ends meet. At the moment, I considered telling Sam that if he dared to involve our kids, I'd leave him too. The only reason I have it is because I don't want Jack and Linda's kids to think that they're causing everyone's marriages to break down. Still, this is a really bad situation and I feel bad for the kids. I told Sam we need to convince their grandparents to either find a distant relative we can help search or get Amy out of her permanent vacation. Am I the asshole?
No, she is not. Fuck them kids.
Fuck your marriage, bitch. Y'all getting a divorce.
You better
Take the damn kids.
You got this woman with got 3 kids, and both the husband and wife are working, and money's tight.
This girl is working all-nighters to make sure her kids can go to college. And you want to put your 2 kids with her?
Right.
I understand their parents are dead, but there has to be somebody who can take these damn kids.
You got the fucking couple who ain't doing
The
shit.
traveling couple,
Right. Bitch can go ahead. She
They
can
said the
stay home.
husband makes more than us combined.
Right. What the fuck?
No, I don't think she's the asshole, but her story was funny.
She said no. And if he said yeah, I was leaving it there.
She's black.
Gotta be.
So no, you are whoever you are.
You are not the asshole.
You are not the
I
asshole.
won't
in
take
this.
them kids either.
Fuck them kids.
We all in the same bedroom now. I'm mad.
Sharing room.
And it's hot.
Right. And you know damn good and well them kids gonna be like, you ain't my parent.
Okay, go to your grandma's house.
Right.
Oh, they didn't want you.
Nobody wanted you. Oh, my bad. You fucker.
Oh no.
Oh.
So we came up with she wasn't the asshole.
No,
She is
she's
not the asshole. Kudos to you. Stand your ground, girl. Stand your
I said,
ground.
involve my kids and I'm leaving you too.
Period. I'm taking the kids.
So mine is, am I the asshole for closing the door in my neighbor's face? Okay, so I guess this means 23-year-old female, just moved into a new townhome community with my dog, 10-pound miniature poodle. Ooh, they make a lot of noise. About 3 months ago. Since the day I moved in, my downstairs neighbors have been banging on the ceiling. I hired movers to bring in my larger items on the very first day. I wasn't at the property because I had to return to work and let the movers have my keys to set up everything. While at work, the worker called me and said that about an hour into the move, the downstairs neighbors started banging on the ceiling for a whole 10 minutes.
Oh no.
The worker then went down. The worker then went downstairs and told them that they were moving larger items and would not be there much longer. I also called the leasing office and asked if they could tell the neighbors about my moving in. They said that they had already notified them of an upstairs neighbor moving in, and they let them know, and to let them know if the issue continued. Well, the issue did continue. Every day they banged on the ceiling.
Bitch.
Why? What? I can do it on the floor, bitch.
Every day they...
Well, yeah, read the finish.
Every day they bang on the ceiling. It doesn't matter what time of day it is. I was mounting my TV on the wall around 6 in the evening, and they banged on the ceiling.
She was what?
I was mounting my TV to the wall, and around 6 o'clock that evening, they banged on the ceiling. I get out of my bed and go to the washroom, and they bang on the ceiling. I open my front door to come into the house. They bang on the ceiling. My phone rings. They bang on the ceiling. I close the fridge door. They bang on the
Bitch, we felt both gonna be banging. I'm gonna be walking around stomping all night.
I opened the curtains one morning, banging.
She can't do shit. They don't prove
Don't
I mean, man, it's fun. You move on the bed.
I started to wear slippers and walk slow, and they're still banging.
Not you tiptoeing around your house because they banging on the ceiling.
Okay, where was I at? I once had a friend over who slept on my couch. When we woke up in the morning, he said that when he went to the washroom around 4 a.m. that the neighbors were banging on the ceiling. I called the leasing office again and told them that I'm still moving in and the neighbors are being quite ridiculous. They left them a notice and said if they were still experiencing issues, then make a noise complaint. Or if I was still experiencing issues, make a noise complaint. That was about 20 days ago, and no complaints have been made since, but they are still, these people cannot spell.
That's why I was stumbling over. I was like, what?
Still banging on the ceiling. They are still banging on the ceiling. This is where I felt like I may have had an AH and whatever that is, and would like advice. What's AH?
Let's see how they do use the terminology. Where are we at? This is where I feel like I may have
I may have been an AH.
asshole.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, I may have been an asshole and would like advice. One morning around 7:30 a.m., I got up to walk my dog and came back into the apartment. Around 8, there was a knock at the door. I didn't answer the first time as the area I live has a high crime rate and I was not expecting anyone. Knock, knock, bitch.
Open the door, bitch.
They kept knocking, so I answered the door with it barely cracked open. It was my neighbor. It was my neighbor saying, "We can hear everything you do at any door. We can hear everything you do at the door. It is very thin, so can you walk quieter?"
Bitch, I'm already tiptoeing.
We walk
And slippers.
We walk for our neighbors, and you think you should. We walk quiet for our neighbors, and we think you should do the same. It's rude that you're doing that. We hear you slamming doors, your dog running, you walking, and your phone. To which I replied, "Are you guys the one banging on the ceiling? The office told you I was moving, and it's rude that you do it all day, every day. They've told you to file a complaint, and you didn't do that." Then they started screaming at me, and I closed the door in their face. So please be honest here. Am I the asshole for doing that? What else can I do?
You are not the asshole. You already tiptoeing around your
If
neighbor.
she's tiptoeing, if she's actually tiptoeing.
If you're tiptoeing, I say you should have slapped her if she started screaming.
Boop.
Okay. But now, like, if she's actually tiptoeing, because like in my last apartment I had, it was like 3 or 4 college girls, and these bitches, like it was.
You do.
Stop it! You knew what room they were in. You knew. One day, one of them got into a fight with her boyfriend on the phone and was like yelling into the phone. Now, mind you, I'm laying on my couch watching TV.
Yeah, shut up.
And that's what, like, and essentially what I did was after being there for like 4 months, I made friends with one of them. So if they started, I'd be like, we're gonna say her name's Amy. Amy, shut the fuck up! And she heard me through my room.
It's funny as fuck. She said, "I closed my curtain, banging.
Banging.
My phone rang, banging."
Banging.
Damn, can't nobody call me?
Put that shit on
I wish
vibrate.
my shit was on vibrate. Somebody banging on my ceiling. Answer the phone.
She said it's high crime rate, so I opened the door, barely open. That's like Jalisa.
I gotta press the pants on. What you want?
Let me put the pants on. So no, if you're doing everything you're talking about, girl, you are not the asshole.
Not at all.
Not
I
at
would
all.
have done more.
You would have. So, all right. So
I'm like,
mine.
bitch, are you serious?
Oh, daddy. I would have opened the refrigerator loud.
Boom. All right.
You used to go all day. Bad boy.
So I, female of 29, have been dating my boyfriend, a male of 35, Ricky, for 5 months. He's divorced but hates this word and goes with the word divorcee instead, since the first one makes it sound like he was dumped when it was he who initiated it. Anyways, he always goes on long rants about his exes and says stuff like, "I hope you don't have this awful habit my ex had," or "I hope you like XYZ because my ex didn't." And the list goes on. I found a second job recently and he's been having me pay every time we go out. When I protest, he'd say he's going through a rough patch and seeing how much help I can offer. Last night he invited his family to join us for dinner. We got to the restaurant first. He asked me if I brought enough money And I said, why? And he told me that he told his parents that I'd pay for their meals. I said, why would I? And he went on about his parents going through a rough patch just like him. I said, I'm sorry, this can't be a coincidence. He asked what I meant, and I told him that I would not be paying. He insisted, I refused, and said no. He then leaned back and said, well, you're here, so not much of a choice you have anyway.
Where are my keys?
While laughing like it was funny. Oh no, bitch. I silently got up and took my phone and purse and walked right out. He was shocked. He started shouting after me to stop and wait, but I didn't. I went home and he called me enraged, saying that I did a horrible thing walking out on him and his parents, while I could have just paid. I told him that their unfortunate financial situation isn't my problem and that I wasn't obligated to pay for their food. If they couldn't pay for their meals, then they should not go out. He got offended and said, and I quote, you're making money a priority just like my ex did.
Okay, go back to her.
Then went on about how disrespectful my attitude was and how I made him look small in front of his parents and forced him to lie about why I wasn't there when they came. We've been going back and forth about it till now. He's mad and is refusing to speak to me till I apologize. Am I the asshole? I feel bad because his parents are lovely and I've been doing the best to keep a relationship with them. So am I an asshole?
No.
No!
Fuck
Fuck
you,
that,
people.
man! Dump that, man!
Move
You talk about
on!
feeling small, you should feel small. Your pocket's already small.
Right.
My thing is, how the fuck you gonna volunteer me to pay some shit?
I don't even know. You tell me
without
when I
even
get there.
discussing it.
We're
You told
sitting
me-
down at the table
You're
and
my
you're
parents are
paying. And you're paying.
Oh, I am? Okay.
No.
Okay, where
No.
my
I
kids?
run to the bathroom.
No.
Later.
I ain't paying for none of this shit.
Split this check.
I thought we were splitting it 4 ways.
I probably would have waited till the waitress
I
came
would've
out and been like, your son lied.
Ooh.
I ain't paying shit.
No, I would have let everybody eat. I would have had the biggest meal. I'd be like, okay, I'll pay for mine.
Right. Fuck that. No, what's your name, girl? Oh, you didn't tell me your name. Okay. You are not the asshole. Fuck that man. Divorce, break up with him, that's a red flag. Get out. Just get out. Get out while you
Hell
can.
no. Better leave him.
Comparing you already to his exes.
Right.
Ooh.
It's over.
No wonder he's single.
Need to be.
Needs to. Fuck that man.
Broke and single.
Right.
Who's
Scrub.
Going through
Divorcee.
right. Divorcee going through a rough patch.
You sound like it.
So you must have cheated. So she getting
Obviously, if you're
alimony.
going through a rough patch, you don't need to be dating.
Right. You can't afford to date, don't date. I mean, I know we all want some loving, but shit, loving is expensive.
Bitch, stay at home and get your noodles.
Right. Ooh.
Stop inviting
Or find
people
you
out.
somebody who likes Netflix and chill. That's all I gotta say.
What's your next one?
Oh Lord, this one. Jesus Christ. Okay. My stepsister was supposed to get married in December, and as part of the pre-wedding celebration, her in-laws invited us on a trip with their extended family. My dad is a good friend of her fiance's uncle, and I'm close to his daughter, so I was excited about the trip. Before we left, my stepmother and stepsister kept stressing about how we all needed to be on our best behavior because they didn't want to risk the wedding being called off. I tried my best, but they were honestly stressing me out because they were so worried about every little thing offending her fiance's grandparents. My friend, her brother, and cousins invited me to hang out one night, and I agreed even though I knew my stepsister wouldn't want me to. I ended up getting a little drunk, and I was caught in a compromising position with my friend's brother by his uncle. My stepsister was so angry when she found out. We had a massive fight because she thinks I did it on purpose.
She whooped your ass, bitch.
She thinks I did it on purpose to humiliate her, which isn't true. She keeps saying I've ruined everything and how she doesn't even know if she wants me at her wedding anymore, which I feel is overdramatic. Am I the asshole?
Yes.
Yes.
They told you to be on your best behavior.
And you
went
fucked
and
this
fucked this man.
And he got caught by your uncle.
Your uncle-in-law.
Uncle-in-law, my apologies. Yeah, you're an asshole for this.
You are an ass.
I'm sorry.
Nobody told you to go fuck.
No.
Nobody told you to go do that.
If you know you had one job. You had one job.
And you couldn't even keep it in your pants.
Girl, spray that kitty.
Oh, dirty ass.
Oh.
Not that. The wedding canceled.
Although that is fucked up. If they
Like-
cancel the wedding over that, that's some shit.
Y'all are over dramatic though.
Very, but no, you
Y'all need
are
to get it together as a whole.
right. But you still are an asshole for doing that.
Yes.
Yeah, that was on you.
Nobody told you to go do that.
At all. At all.
I hope you see this.
If you see this,
We're gonna go post the podcast in the radio group chat.
Okay, so
there's our opinions.
bitch, you the asshole. Okay, so my next one, it's titled, "Am I the asshole for refusing to get a job if my sister doesn't get one?" I, 15-year-old female, have been waiting to get a job for a while to save up for this
Is
car.
that illegal?
You can
Should
work
I
at
guess?
15.
I
You
guess.
can.
To save up for this car I want, it's in great condition and a reasonable price, $5,000. So you about to have a bunch of problems with that vehicle.
The engine light on.
Red flag. I have chronic pain issues, and a part of those issues are standing/sitting in one place too long.
You don't need to be
I
pregnant.
like to be active. Well, I was going to wait a year to get a job because I have to go to school. Because I have to go to school where you work for the school. Okay. And I'll have my CNA by the time I'm 16, and my starting pay will be around $18 to $20. Minimum wage in my state is $14.25 an hour. Anyways, about the conflict.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm glad we got there.
Right. My sister, 20-year-old female, hasn't done anything since she graduated from high school in 2020. She isn't in college and she has never, in all caps, had a job. She also doesn't have her license. We are not rich and we are in a one-income household. My mom works 2 jobs and sat us down recently and said that she's exhausted and the working 2 jobs, most days working 17 hours, is killing her and really affecting her mental health. She says she knows it's a horrible thing to ask her child if one, not both of us, could get a job and help out would be great. My sister threw a fit saying that this was too much and that this was too much and that she wasn't ready to get a job yet and that I have to because I'm more capable than she is.
She better go find a sugar daddy.
I told my mom that I would be more than willing to get a job, but that my sister has to as well. My sister continued to throw a fit until I called her a lazy piece of shit. And that she was useless. She attacked me.
She whooped that ass.
She attacked me, then ran upstairs to hide in her room.
I said, meet me.
My mom said she understands my mom said that she understands and that she'll talk to my sister and that this responsibility should not be put on the 15-year-old and I shouldn't have said what I said.
Girl, please.
No.
I would have said it.
Okay, so I don't think that she's an asshole for refusing to not get a job. First of all, your sister has been out of school for 2 years.
She's 5 years.
She's 20,
She's
so
20. She's been out of school for, yeah.
She's older than you.
yeah.
Boy.
So first of all, she should get a job.
It should have been had one.
Had one.
Right. She should just
A
Alright.
license or something.
She should
Girl,
have
what are you doing?
been starting like when you were trying to start. But no, I don't think that you still being a kid, I don't think that you should feel like the asshole because bitch, fuck you.
Fuck your sister.
Right. Fuck your sister.
Yeah,
Like,
Lazy bitch.
I mean, I feel bad that she attacked you. I hope you got a few good punches in.
At least
Well,
one.
shit, if she
Yeah.
hid in the room, I don't know.
Just wait till she come out and pop her ass.
Right, real fast.
Pop me.
And
And
I was gonna let you get away with that shit.
now we gotta go, bitch.
Get your shit in.
And she said ran upstairs.
Yeah.
Push that
If
bitch
she got
down the
enough energy to
stairs.
run, she got enough energy to fill out a job application.
Real fast. No.
Said she attacked. I called her a
Right.
lazy piece of shit.
She attacked me.
She hit my sore spot.
No, like,
What?
what's a 15 years old version of attacked? I mean, was
She
it
punched-
like,
Pulled her hair.
right? No, bitch, beat her ass. But no, like, okay, so I'm kind of torn on this one. She is not an asshole for not wanting to get a job because her sister's not getting one. Both of these children, and I'm saying children because one is literally a child, the other one is acting like a fucking child, should have already. Your mama's working 2 jobs, 17 hours a day.
Y'all need a hustle or something.
Right, y'all need to be doing something. Both of you need to. But no, fuck that.
And not
20
asking for shit.
Period. Period. Your mama's doing what she can to put stuff on the table and keep a roof over your head.
Your mama need to make better decisions though.
Well, your mama needs to kick the 20-year-old out. You gotta go.
Yes.
Got to go. You need to get a 60-day notice. You find a job, you find an apartment, you find a friend.
Something.
Gotta go.
Get the fuck up out my house.
Right.
Now you attacking my daughter, bitch.
Exactly. You fucking lazy piece
Send
of
her ass to
shit.
jail. That's a nice job. They put on the chain gang.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, she had a 20-year-old attacked a 15-year-old. That's
CPS.
yeah.
Hello? I'm in danger.
I'm in danger.
Take me.
I'm distraught.
My sister, she 30.
And she beat my ass.
and she won't leave.
My eyes.
She is officially trespassing. Get rid of her. Get rid of her ass, and then you and your mom can live happy. Fuck that. That lazy piece of shit. There you go.
I'm
All
gonna
right.
beat your ass next.
Yep.
Bring it. Bring it. I'm legal, bitch. I'll fuck you up.
I'll fuck you up.
Period. All right. my 28-year-old sister-in-law, Amy, always comes to visit from out of town. She stays with us instead of at a hotel and always wants to go to expensive restaurants. She always conveniently forgets her wallet or comes up with some excuse as to why she can't pay her share. She has implied that since I make much more money than her, I should be the one to pay. No, not my husband should pay, but me specifically pay.
Oh, she playing with you. She's playing with your top.
I do make a fair amount of money, but not so much that I can treat someone every time they come into town. Nonetheless, in the past, I have just paid the bill and asked her to pay me back. She never has. She has made a reservation at an extremely expensive restaurant last night, and before we left, I made it clear that I wouldn't be paying her bill. This is where I might be the asshole. And I'll admit, I got this move straight from an episode of 2.5 Men. I don't know, I didn't really watch that show. As we were leaving, her and my husband went to the car. I pretended I forgot something and went back inside. I found her wallet sitting right on top of her suitcase. I put it in my purse and we went to the restaurant. When we were done eating, I asked for separate bills. She said no, we need one bill because she forgot her wallet again.
I got you.
I reached in my purse and said, "Oh, this wallet?" She was extremely furious and said that I should not have touched or grabbed her wallet. So, am I the asshole for taking her wallet and bringing it up to the restaurant? There's 2 edits to this, by the way. Oh, that's all comments. Okay, so fuck this first edit, it's talking about thank you for the comment. Second is, Amy just called me and she saw this post. She yelled at me for bad-mouthing her on the internet. Honestly, I don't care. Amy, hopefully reading all these comments is a wake-up call for you.
No, you were not the
you
asshole.
were not.
Fuck
No.
Amy. I'm glad you brought her wallet, cause bitch, you so forgetful. I got you.
Right.
You better than me. I would have went in the wallet and
Pull out the baby.
put her card. And be like, I got you. And can't wait for the notification on your phone to pop up.
Decline, man. Your card was declined. Actually, Amy, your card didn't go through. What are we doing? What are we gonna do?
They got dishes in the back.
We gotta go wash them. Come on, Amy.
Come on, Amy. You better get to drive, bitch.
I'll wash you dry.
Because no,
Hell
you
no.
are not the asshole.
Amy probably would have been staring at her all night because I would have had her right there.
Amy
You
was,
forgot what?
Amy was
You
furious.
forgot what? What you forget, Amy?
Which card you want to use, Amy?
You got some cash in here too. You want to use it? You want to split it? Half and half?
They'll do different tenders. I'm telling you right now. Fuck that. No.
She was furious
Man.
when she saw the wallet. You got your wallet.
Got your wallet, bitch.
You forgot what?
I remembered it.
Actually, let me run to the bathroom real fast. Gotta go grab something.
So no, you're not an asshole. Amy's a bitch.
Amy would have been working at every restaurant we went to.
And it is.
Do they? I don't wonder if they actually do that.
Probably not. They probably call the cops.
They do call the cops. I know.
I'd be like, well, at least I'm going to jail with a full stomach.
Come on, Amy, let's go.
There was one time, me and a friend of mine, we went out to dinner one time, and she forgot her wallet. Like, legitimately forgot her wallet. So they were sitting there, and she, like, I paid mine. I'm like, there's mine, we're good. And she didn't pay hers, and she wouldn't let me pay for hers. So she talked to the waiter, and the waiter was like, yeah, if you want to run home and get your get your wallet and come back. And so we start walking, and he goes, no, you have to stay here.
Who?
Me.
I paid.
That's what I said. It's like, I paid my bill. And he's like, no, you have to stay here till she comes back.
I paid.
And I was like,
I don't have to do shit.
At first I was like, I was like, no, I don't want my friend to go to jail because she ain't.
I paid. I'm going home.
She ain't like that. My friend was like, you can drive your car, or you can drive my car. I'm like, I ain't driving your car. It was a little boisterous at the time. And so I waited at this restaurant.
She ain't come back?
She did. She came back. I knew she would. But yeah. She came back. But yeah, they weren't going to let me leave. And I was just like...
You must want her to stay in.
I probably would have raised hell. I'd have been like,
let me out!
I'm leaving. I'm leaving.
You cannot hold me hostage.
You swiped my card, didn't you?
Right. And it went through, didn't it?
Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye. Oh.
Good luck getting your money.
Right.
I had a situation like that though. I was a teenager, and I'm not going to speak on the church's name, but I had went on this church trip. It was this camp we used to go to every summer, and we all decided, everybody decided that we were going to go to IHOP that night, and teenagers. So me and one of my other friends at the time, we were there, and we decided that we weren't going to pay for our meal. So we got up and left, like getting on the church van, they loading up the church van, and then we get the fuck outside in the van, and then you see the waitress run outside with the 2 tickets and was like, hey!
Oh, try the bus!
Yeah, I almost got...
You better get down the road!
I definitely almost got sent home, but yeah.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, fucking up with the church.
Don't
Not
do
the
that.
church. Not with the Lord.
Did you have another one?
I thought we were doing this.
I have one more.
Okay. We got time. We're only at 30 minutes.
Okay, bet. And I'm only doing this one because
It's funny.
it's funny, and also because you're late for everything.
Oh, so this shot at you. Go ahead.
I want to know your opinion. I'm not being shady about it. We all know you're late. As well as our other counterpart, who's always fucking late. But he's
He's
not.
later than I am. I think this should be directed at him.
And
It varies.
it depends on the day. We've had to come get both of you from
If
home.
I'm late, that means he extra late. So
Yeah.
I'll be here before him.
So, here's the scenario. My friend, a 25-year-old female, is constantly late for everything. Be it work-related or fun activities, she will always be at least 15 to 20 minutes late. She does not have a car, and so oftentimes I, a 25-year-old male, will pick her up from her house. I work at a university, and she is a PhD student there, and her place is along the way for me. Last time I offered her a ride to work, she ended up being 20 minutes late after I'd already arrived at her place. Because of that, I ended up being late for work. She is always very apologetic about her lateness, but it never changes. This week, she was supposed to give a seminar at the university, which is a crucial part of her PhD program. She asked me if I could give her a ride to work that day. I told her sure, but that I was picking her up at 8 a.m. and she must be there exactly at 8 a.m. and not a minute later. She chuckled. But I told her I wasn't
home.
right. But I told her I wasn't joking, and she promised that she will be there. The morning of her seminar, I drove up to her place and got there at 7:55. and texted her that I was here. And she told me she would be out in just a minute. At 8 o'clock, there was no indication that she would come out, and she didn't text me anything. So at 8:01, I drove off. At around 8:20, she called me asking me where I was. I told her I was at work and that I wasn't joking when I told her that she had to be ready right that minute. She started screaming and crying over that she was having a hard time that morning and couldn't be ready right at 8 a.m.
Good.
She then begged me to come back to pick her up as her seminar is at 9 a.m. and she needed to be at the school before then. I could have done it quick enough to pick her up and drop her off without affecting my work, but I decided I didn't want to do that and told her that I won't. She was crying and hyperventilating at that point and said she'd promised to never be late again for anything else again, and re-emphasized that this seminar was crucial for her PhD and that she was
Guess you ain't getting it.
and that she absolutely cannot miss it without severe where was I? Because I had to
Consequences.
without severe consequences. I responded, "Oh well," and hung up. I then went about my day at work normally. I feel like I could have went back and picked her up in this scenario since it wouldn't have been detrimental to me, and at the same time this was something very important for her. On the other hand, I feel like this should have been a wake-up call for her chronic lateness. As there was an edit on this one, it says, "Thank you all for your kind words, but to answer a few common questions, yes, she did miss her seminar and apparently got into big trouble with the school. I don't think it's going to ruin her PhD, but there definitely are consequences. Regarding our friendship, it was already on its way out when this happened, and now we haven't talked at all for a while."
Oh.
Is this guy the asshole?
No.
Mm-mm.
If I'm late, just meet me there. I got a car.
That's
Meet me
her
there.
fault. Like, you don't have a car, but
You on somebody
you're on
else's
somebody
time.
else's time.
Right.
You need to get your shit together.
That's what I was
Doctor.
thinking. Like, yeah, if you're getting your doctorate, you should already have your life together. A little bit, I would think. Maybe I'm wrong. But, and then you're saying, "I'll be right down," and you come down 20 minutes later?
Girl, bye. I'm already halfway down.
Right. Like, what the
I'm
fuck?
at work. I'm not coming back.
No.
He said, "Oh well."
Right. Yeah,
I
I
should
would
have been
have.
outside. When I say be outside, be outside.
Yeah, when I tell you I'm picking you up at 8 o'clock
Be outside.
on the dot.
If I tell you I'm outside, that means I'm down the street, but be outside.
Right. At the very least. I mean, shit, just say, "Hey, putting shoes on," and be down there within like 5 minutes. You know?
Or just be fucking ready on time.
Right. That's a brilliant thing.
Meet me there.
I'm already here.
Just meet me there.
See, like, I feel like when it comes to like whenever I've got to be in seeing the folks and stuff, I am typically a few minutes late for stuff like that because I'm like, it's the folks.
I'm only late when I get tired of being somewhere first. Or the only person on time, like, not speaking about here, but the only person on time. So then I'm like, yeah, I'm going to take my time today.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a problem when I do it.
The only time I try not to be late is for work, because I don't like getting points. But
Right.
that's about it.
That's about it.
Catch me when you catch me.
Because it is funny, like in our little group, we're always the first ones at each other's houses. Typically, there's a few times you beat me, like a couple of times you beat me.
There's like a couple times Daniel's popped up here first too.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Mhm.
Yeah, he was here.
Oh, that's right. That one time he did. Yeah.
It was twice, I think.
So twice.
Mhm.
Usually though, it's like you're always at my house first, and I'm at your house typically. Like we even have a conversation. It's like, "I know you're gonna get here early, so could you bring this?"
And I know I'm 20 minutes late, and Daniel's still not there, so
Daniel is always late. Always late.
I could be here at 7:50. Daniel won't come to 8:03.
Well, there's a running joke at work.
What an attitude.
Right.
Right.
Get it
Like
together.
you're the one who's late. Like
Tell me, can we get this started? You late?
you're late.
Mm-mm.
We were ready to go.
Glad he don't watch the show.
He don't.
He gonna hear his name and be like,
What they say?
But no. Well, see, and that's just like at work whenever he gets there. Like, we have this joke.
he's gonna be late.
He is.
At least 6 minutes.
It's always 7.
7?
It is always 7. 8:37, he'll walk in the door, and then we're like, okay, so you need to do this, and you just, damn, I just want to eat my food.
You should have ate it on the way here.
The rest of us got here on time, and we got all of our shit done. And I will say this to, well, he'll watch it and know that I said it,
He
so
over
I'll
there
say
warming
it
up
to
his bagel.
right, or eating that
Eggs and-
oatmeal. Ugh. It looks like wall paste.
Oh Lord.
Oh, Lord. But no, you are not the asshole, sir. Good job. Well done. Teach your friend a lesson. But
Those,
apparently it sounds like fuck your friend.
those were some funny ass
I think
stories.
we should incorporate this like a random day of the week type thing.
I don't know.
That would be cool.
Just
Huh?
read one.
Mm-hmm.
Read one a week.
On the show?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Or if we have a story to tell it and see if we're the
See if
asshole.
we're the asshole, get the group opinion.
Tell us how y'all feel about that idea, y'all.
Yeah, let us know. We want to know some interaction.
In the comments.
Yeah. So, or, if you out there who know us, tell
Or
us.
if you think you're an asshole and you want us to go over your story,
Well, I have a question. Do y'all think I'm an asshole when it comes to inviting people places? Because this is what I'm about to say. So you can invite people places and they don't ever fucking show up, right? Every time you invite them. So why you ain't invite me? Right.
Right.
But I always want to invite.
Right.
So when you stop inviting them, then it's a problem. So am I an asshole for not inviting them?
No. Because,
I mean, they didn't come the other 1,000 times you invited
Right.
them. What's the point
Well,
of
it's
inviting
just
them?
nice to have the invite.
You don't need it.
I'm not, yeah.
What you gonna do with the invite?
Nothing.
That's a waste of breath.
Right. It's a waste of breath. It's a wasted expectation. Because, you never know if that person's going to be here. So you're setting out food. You're setting out
Chairs.
everything like that. No. You only get an offer so many times.
If
And
we
then,
invite you, you better fucking be there.
right.
Right.
Or if you're not going to be there, tell us when we invite you.
Ahead of time, not the night.
Yeah. Not the night of.
If you hang out with us, you're cool people. Because we don't just hang out with anybody. No more.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. But yeah, no. I'll be like, I thought you were going to go with something else on it. So.
What are you about to say?
You get in these moments where, like,
I have flashbacks and I get heated.
not heated, whenever you're having little events and stuff like this, where you get these random moments of like, I want to be nice to this person. I want to extend an olive branch.
Stop doing that.
Stop doing that.
When last time I did that?
The last time we had to get together.
Yesterday?
Oh, I don't know about that
Who
one.
I invited? That came. That
We'll talk
wasn't.
about it off camera.
Yeah, we have to talk about this because these people watch this show.
Okay, well.
Anyway.
That wrapped up another episode of Triple P and J. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you can see when we post new content. Next week is episode 30, so y'all want to make sure y'all tune in. Y'all have a good night.
Nah.